Welcome to the stage former Vice President Joe Biden and President Donald J. Trump. How would you lead the country during this next stage of the coronavirus crisis? As you know, 2.2 million people modeled out were expected to die. We closed up the greatest economy in the world in order to fight this horrible disease that came from China. It's a worldwide pandemic, and we're fighting it, and we're fighting it hard. We have a vaccine that's coming. It's ready. It's going to be announced within weeks, and it's going to be delivered. We have Operation Warp Speed. The military is going to be distribute the vaccine. I can tell you from personal experience that I was in the hospital. I had it and I got better. And I will tell you that I had something that they gave me, a therapeutic, I guess they would call it. Some people would say it was a cure, but I was in for a short period of time and I got better very fast, or I wouldn't be here tonight. 220,000 Americans dead. If you hear nothing else, I say it tonight. Here it is. Anyone who is responsible for not taking control, in fact, not saying I take no responsibility initially. Anyone is responsible for that many deaths should not remain as the President of the United States of America. What I would do is make sure we have everyone encouraged to wear a mask all the time. I would make sure we move into the direction of rapid testing, investing in rapid testing. I would make sure that we set up national standards and how to open up schools and open up businesses so they can be safe and give them the wherewithal, the financial resources to be able to do that. For two elections in a row now, there has been a substantial interference from foreign adversaries. What would you do in your next term to put an end to this? There has been nobody tougher to Russia between the sanctions. Nobody tougher than me on Russia. Between the sanctions, between all of what I've done with NATO. I've got a NATO countries to put up an extra $130 billion going to 420 billions a year. That's to guard against Russia. I sold while he was selling peace. I sold tank buster to Ukraine. There has been nobody tougher on Russia than Donald Trump. And I tell you, they were so bad. They took over the submarine port. You remember that very well? During your term, during you and Barack Obama, they took over a big part of what should have been Ukraine. You handed it to them, but you were getting a lot of money from Russia. They were paying you a lot of money, and they probably still are. But now, with that came out today, it's even worse. On the emails is the horrible emails of the kind of money that you were ranking in, you and your family. And Joe, you were vice president when some of this were happening, and it should have never happened. I think you had to clean it up and take to the American people. Maybe you can do it right now. I have not taken a penny on any foreign source ever in my life. We learned that this president paid 50 times the tax in China, has a secret bank account with China, does business in China, and in fact is talking about me taking money. I've not taken a single penny from any country whatsoever, ever, number one. Number two, this is the president I have released all of my tax returns. 22 years. Go look at them. 22 years of my tax return. You have not released a single solitary year of your tax return. What are you hiding? Why are you unwilling? The foreign countries are paying you a lot. Russia paying you a lot. China's paying you a lot. Your hotels and all of your business all around the country, all around the world. And China's building a new road to a new golf course you have overseas. So, what's going on here? Why not release your tax return and stop talking about corruption? President Trump, you respond. First of all, I can't make cousins under audit. I'm going to release them as soon as we can. I want to do it. Imagine, imagine this in your inauguration today. What will you say in your address to Americans who did not vote for you? You each have 1 minute, starting with you, Mr. Trump. We have to make our country totally successful, as it were prior to the black coming from China. Now we are rebuilding it and we're doing record numbers, 11.4 million jobs in a short period of time, etc. But I will tell you, go back. Before the pledge came in, just before I was getting calls from people that were not normally people that would call me. They wanted to get together. We had the best black unemployment numbers in the history of our country. Hispanic, women, Asian, people with diplomas, with no diplomas, MIT graduates, number one in the class. Everybody had the best numbers. And you know what? The other side wanted to get together. They wanted to unify. Success is going to bring us together. We are on the road to success, but I am cutting taxes and he wants to raise everybody's taxes and he wants to put a new regulations on everything. He will kill it. If he gets in, you will have a depression, the likes of which you never seen. Your 401ks will go to hell and it will be very sad day for this country, right? Vice President Biden, same question for you. What will you say during your inaugural address to Americans who did not vote for you? I would say I'm an American president. Represent all of you, whether you voted for me or against me. And I'm going to make sure that you're represented. I'm going to give you hope. We're going to move. We're going to choose science over fictions. We're going to choose hope over fear. We're going to choose to move forward because we have enormous opportunity to make things better. We can grow this economy. We can deal with the systemic racism. At the same time, we can make sure that our economy is being run and moved and motivated by clean energy, creating millions of new jobs. And that's the fact. That's what we're going to do. And I'm going to say, as I said in the beginning, what is on the ballot here is the character of this country: decency, honor, respect, treating people with dignity, making sure that everyone has an even chance. And I'm going to make sure you get that. You haven't been getting it the last 4 years. Election day is November 3rd. Don't forget to vote. Thank you for everyone and have a great night.